Hey everyone, OneSith here to do another video. So we're going to do some mod stuff, alright? This mod is basically 32v32 like before, but it adds in Droideka AI, which I think is remnants left over from, but basically before they've changed it up, and clone commandos, and they've also added hero AI on your team. And that's about it. So it's not the biggest, craziest mod out there, but they will come. So the great thing I love about the modding community now is, holy smeg, they've actually made it where we can have imported meshes from other games. So they've done an Ashoka one, for example, where they've brought in Ashoka from, I think, the Pinball Star Wars game, and they've gone in and they've made it all look good, and they've put animations together and stuff, and basically it looks pretty damn awesome. Even though we are probably going to get Ashoka sometime next year, but hey, modders just want to kind of get it all flowing, so why not? I'm actually okay with that. Now, if we can do modding like that, please, just for the love of the gods, please just give us Legends content. Give us the Vong, give us Jason, Jaina Solo, Anakin Solo, Ben Skywalker, just Mara J, just guys, please. Revan, just please, bring us that. And if you could like have ships and stuff, oh man, guys, man, I think in a few years, especially I think after when Battlefront 2 has finished development, 100%, we're going to get some great conversion mods, which, hey, even the original Battlefront 2 gets conversion mods, and I cannot wait to see these sort of conversion mods that Battlefront 2 will get in it. I am extremely excited, and I cannot wait to see what gets, I guess, created, because let's be honest here, we're all there, we're excited, man. Hopefully the modding can be sort of easier, I guess, like, I guess once the game's fully updated, it might be easier to kind of import certain things and do shit, but we'll see. Who knows what we get, who knows what other maps and stuff we're going to be getting. Now, as I record this, as we're playing on Geonosis here, I have to say, in a few days we're supposed to get the last, or technically the first and last, Rise of Skywalker trailer. Now, I know we got the one at the, what was it, the Star Wars event that happened earlier this year, but that didn't, I mean, yes, that was a trailer, but it wasn't a big trailer. And then we had the other one, which was later on, which was like 30 seconds. Like, it was really strange how they're doing the trailers here. Now, half of me thinks they're not going full-blown on the trailer because they had to do reshoots. And I think what they want to do is, they did the reshoots, they're going to add that in there because the sequel trilogy isn't coherent at all. We don't know what's really going on. And I really feel like they really need to think about it and go, okay, how can we connect everything up? They need to connect Palpatine, Anakin, Chosen One, even the world they've created. Like, did Luke have a kid or not? Is a new Jedi as well? They've kind of got to bring all of this together for us to, like, go, wow, this is actually pretty great. Now, whether or not they do that is a whole nother subject, but for me, that's what I think they need to do. I need to see and understand what happened to, say, the New Order of Jedi. Because you're telling me that in like 30 years of Luke training Jedi, they all got killed in one night? Or most of them did? No, get that out of here, man. That's bullshit, man. That's complete BS. Now, if they were to say that Luke had a whole lot of Jedi that went to the unknown regions with Ashoka and Ezra, that'd be great. And then if we could just imagine they get reinforcements and it's just a whole lot of Jedi coming back to help kill the Sith fleet or some shit like that, that'd be great. But we gotta wait and see. Like, I've read some of the leaks and I'm like, oh, please don't let this be. Like, the leaks sound so bad it makes the first two films look good. That's how bad the leaks are, and it's like, please don't do that. Please just don't do that. Please just do not do that. But that's the thing. The leaks sound so bad you're thinking, oh, they can't be right, and you know they're doing reshoots, so you know maybe it's not going to be like that. Well, I was there when the leaks came out for the final season of Game of Thrones, and nobody expected that crap to happen. Yet it did. So you know what? Right now, I don't know what to think. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to underthink it, because it doesn't matter how bad the sequel trilogy is. My true sequel trilogy is going to be Legends. It's going to be Mara Jade, Jason Jaina Solo, Anakin Solo, Yuuzhan Vong, New Jedi Order, Luke having to learn to be a father and a Jedi Master. That is my true calling for the extended universe and sequel trilogy. That is it. Now, whether or not they fix and add stuff, who knows? Right now, I'm just like, I just don't want them to end with a giant fuck up like the first two Star Wars films 7 and 8. And that kind of brings up another problem, is how incoherent, like I said before, the sequel trilogy is. We don't know, like, Palpatine's coming back. There is nothing in 7 or 8 that even pokes at the thought of him coming back or anything like that. There's no overall story arc. In 4 and 5, for example, we learn about the Emperor. We learned of his name. In the second one, in Empire Strikes Back, we actually see him. And then in the third one, we have him as a physical being. In the prequel, for example, we had the doubt of the Jedi Order, how they had strict rules, and how breaking those strict rules made them distant from, say, Anakin, for example. We learned how the Clone Wars started from the events in Episode 1, Episode 2, and so on. In the end of it, 1, 2, and 3 had a coherent story that came together and was molded very well. Same with 4, 5, and 6. And then those 6 films came together actually in a pretty brilliant way. You get a sequel trilogy and it's Force Awakens for some reason, and then everybody dies, and then Kylo's like the lead supreme leader, and then somehow the Emperor's back. It makes no sense. It doesn't. And even if you like it, you can't deny the fact that doesn't make any sense at all. There is no coherency within this trilogy, and that's one of my biggest problems. And with a good enough writer, and I think maybe with some of the reshoots they may fix that, but for all we know, the reshoots could make it worse. That's the biggest problem. We do not know, and I'm trying not to overthink it. I don't want to, and I obviously see what the trailer is. I don't know if I'm going to do a reaction. I'm going to watch it and probably do a video reaction, but I'm not going to like record me watching it for the first time. I don't think I can do that again. I've lost interest. Yeah, and I only did it for like The Last Jedi, I think, and that was it, because that was the only time I thought to myself, now this is something worth seeing. And then, well, yeah, we know how that turned out. And technically the same happened with The Force Awakens too. Although to be fair, I wasn't too crazy about The Force Awakens either, even with the trailers. I was excited. I did scream and go, yeah! And that was it. Now, you want to tell me one thing that's going to inspire me to actually see this film, 100% day one? Anakin Skywalker. You show me Anakin, you show me anything that goes to Anakin Skywalker, I'm in there. But honestly, I'm not someone who wants to pay for it. Honestly, the way I want to do it is get a whole lot of mates together and go say, let's go watch Rise of Skywalker. But first, let's go out for dinner. I'll pay for dinner, you pay for the movies. Right? Awesome, because I do not want to put my own money towards that film. I'm really just not a fan. But like I said, I like to continue saying, if you're a fan of Star Wars sequel trilogy, be that fan. Love it. If you love it and enjoy it and it speaks to you, then be that fan. I'm not. This is not my Star Wars. Sequel trilogy is not my Star Wars. What you're seeing on screen, Clone Wars, original trilogy stuff, that is my Star Wars. Imaginative, inspired, and worth a damn. Not like the sequel trilogy. But yeah. Respect it, love it, whatever way you want to, you know. Star Wars is so broad, it's so insane that there's so many generations of it that it's many, many things. And, well, yeah. Now, one thing I love about this mod is how it's got both, like, it's got good and bad in one area. Now, I did think it was going to give us, well, all of it, all of the good and bad in one whole desk, basically, but it didn't. And I was really hoping that we'll release the ability to play the original trilogy. So there's a mod out there, I don't know if it's fully done yet, where you could play, well, the original trilogy, Rebels, and Empire on this map, on Geonosis and all the other maps, and it's like, that's really freaking cool. But then again, so is that, being Darth Maul and killing Grievous. Like, I'll take it. I will take it. Absolutely. I'm loving how the mod community is going. I really am. I think the mod community is really amping up to be a really powerful, expansive creation. Really. There is no problems. I don't have any downsides with what has been done. Like, it's just so fun. There is just so much fun to have and be had with all of this. 100%. Like, I cannot in any way, shape or form fault the modding community with Battlefront 2. And while I think some of the modding stuff they've done is a bit like, well, DICE is hopefully gonna come in and fix it, and DICE will, I'm still pretty happy with what they've done. And speaking of DICE, I am definitely damn excited for the content we'll be getting this month. It is Ewok Hunt and all that, but we're getting 2 new skins, Han and Luke Skywalker, and I am all for that. Absolutely all for it. I'm definitely more so for Luke. But Han's going to be pretty good too. Like, it's going to be good nostalgia stuff for the original trilogy. And then obviously, hopefully they add the Endor maps to maybe Capital Supremacy. That'd be freaking cool. Or other game modes, because I think they can do it. Or maybe they'll add Ewoks to like offline mode or Ewoks to online mode and stuff to be playable, because that would be great. Being able to play them online, brilliant. Now being able to play them offline, you know very well that somebody's going to mod it. Galactic Conquest or Galactic Assault or Supremacy, Capital Supremacy or Conquest or whatever. They're going to mod it where you can play the entire match as Ewoks. You know that's going to happen, and I cannot wait to see that shit. It better happen. Another thing is we don't know what else they're going to add. I think they're going to add one more map for Ewok Hunt, and that's all we know so far. But we'll learn more about Monday, which I think is why they postponed it. They're like, oh look, new trailer coming out Monday, let's do this, and then get them hyped. Star Wars and all that. Get everybody hyped. I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped. Well, I'm hyped for the content drop. Kind of slightly, not really badly hyped for the Rise of Skywalker trailer, but I'm somewhat interested. And of course Jedi Fallen Order, which I cannot wait. Oh, Jedi Fallen Order, it looks so good because it looks imaginative and inspired, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the story, because I'm more excited for that than Rise of Skywalker. Duh. And then obviously next month, the month after, we'll probably get Sequel Trilogy content. Now I'm fine with Sequel Trilogy content to an extent. New maps, I'm all for, and there is some good maps in the Sequel Trilogy. Then we've got things like new skins. For example, the First Order. I love the aesthetics of the First Order. Not the First Order itself, I think it's stupid, but the aesthetics look pretty good. And the Jump Trooper, which is similar to the Jump Trooper you got in the Clone Wars here, they've actually got a new skin for it in the new movie for the Clone Trooper. Not Clone Trooper, for the Jump Trooper of the First Order. And they're going to add skins for special units. So you put 2 and 2 together, they're probably going to add skins for that. Maybe skins for the Sith Troopers, maybe some Knights of Ren. There's a lot of things they could do. I'm really hoping they add the Knights of Ren though. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe 1 or 2 Knights of Ren and they add like I guess a skin for them, for all of them. Something like that, who knows. So, by the end of the year, this game is going to get even better. And hopefully more offline stuff, new maps added to it, new eras. And next year, I do think next year, Battlefront 2 2017 it'll be cut off. And I think that's fine. 3 years of development added to the game is pretty good. And if the last patch is like 2021 January, I'd be happy. And then it's like, oh yeah, next gen, bam, here you go. Here's a new Battlefront 3, which is everything you wanted in this game, plus more so. That'd be great. I definitely hope we get at least a next gen Battlefront game. I really hope so, because they've learned so much from this game that I think that they are built from the ground up Battlefront 3 with what we see here in Battlefront 2. And obviously more time to make it, would be fantastic. But that's just the way I see it, and obviously I'm playing as Dooku right now, it's pretty great. But yeah, these are just my thoughts, and I'm sorry if it sounds like some incoherent rambling at times, but there are just times when I get into that little bit of and then it just goes crazy, and you're just like, ugh. But anyway, that's my video on it all. I'll see you on Valhalla. Bye.